Hello Evergreen Traders, this is JC De Guzman and I am here to prepare you for the next trading day on Wednesday, October 9. I'd like to remind you that this video is for short-term trading purposes only and that before you pursue your plan to enter a new position or to top up, it's best that the 10 MACD combo is valid or bullish and that the momentum power indicator is also bullish. The first stock that I'm going to talk about is MRSGI. It closed today at 2.49, support is at 2.3, resistance is near 2.6. There's good news, the 10 MACD combo is already bullish and volume is obviously higher than the 50% of MRSGI's 10-day volume average. And the risk level, according to the historical volatility, is still at the low level. Now, the last price is higher than the VWAP and the dominant range is closer to the intraday high than the intraday low. We're going to ignore 2.37 despite this huge volume here because this was a cross trade only. As you have heard from me several times already, we disregard, we ignore, we snub cross trades in our volume analysis. The true market sentiment, on the other hand, is bearish, meaning to say the bulls are still quite hesitant to push the price even higher. So the majority of the top 10 brokers are not yet in unison in terms of individually having the interest to push the price at a higher price. So it went up today because there's a few brokers here that registered. Let's take a look at it. A few brokers registered an outstanding total turnover value with a positive net amount, but nonetheless they are still, individually speaking, they are still not in unison in terms of wanting to push the price at a lot higher price. Anyhow, the true market sentiment is not our measurement for the likelihood of the price continuing its trend, for the likelihood of the price to continue its trend. It's not the barometer that we're using. It's only our tool to check the mood of the top 10 brokers. So the good news here is that the 10 MACD combo and the momentum power indicator are both bullish. So if you happen to have MRSGI in your portfolio because your trailing stop has not been hit yet, and if you would like to add more shares, you have a data-driven signal to continue that plan, provided you top up within the dominant range, which is already indicated in our private clients forum on right here. Okay, right here, this one. So now, if you don't have MRSGI, you also have some data-driven signals to enter a new position to test buy within the dominant range. The ascent in price is still more than likely to continue. After MRSGI, we proceed to SCC Semirara. It closed today at 23 pesos per share. Support is near 21.3. Resistance is near 24.5. The last volume bar is green and it is higher than the 100% of SCC's 10-day volume average. Unfortunately, MACD is still moving below the signal line, but I am already seeing a formation of a bullish convergence between the two lines. It's just a formation, not yet a confirmation. Risk level wise, it's still low, and the 10 MACD combo is bearish. The last price is higher than the VWAP. The dominant range is closer to the intraday high than the intraday low. That makes a bullish momentum power indicator. Unluckily, the true market sentiment is also bearish for Semirara. So, like what I always tell, like what I tell you during the, like what I told you during the Evergreen Strategy seminar, if the 10 MACD combo is bearish, you can preempt that. You can skip that one, provided your answers to these two questions are a yes. Question number 1, do you regard yourself as an experienced trader? If your answer is a yes, is the momentum power indicator bullish? If the answer is a yes, then you can proceed and top up or do a test buy. Okay, so I've given you the conditions and the situation already in the case of Semirara. It's a bearish 10 MACD combo, but it's a bullish momentum power indicator. So I am not yet completely bullish to say that the ascent in price is more than likely to continue. At this point, I'm quite neutral on Semirara. Okay, so after that, we proceed to PHEN. It closed today at 2.35, support is near 2.10, resistance is near 3 pesos per share. The last volume bar is higher than the 50% of PHEN's 10-day volume average. And luckily also, the 10 MACD combo is still bearish because the MACD line is still moving below the signal line. Risk level is moderate already. 3 more points and it will be a high risk level stock. When that happens, PHEN will become a non-newbie friendly stock already. So here, the downtrend in price, as you can see here, the negative DMI is still hovering the positive DMI, and ADX is higher than 25 points, meaning to say the bears still have a home court advantage, so to speak. So the last price is higher than the VWAP, and the dominant range is closer to the intraday high than the intraday low, meaning to say even though it's a bearish 10 MACD combo, it's a bullish momentum power indicator. The true market sentiment is bearish. Like what I mentioned in the previous stock, when the 10 MACD combo is bearish but the momentum power indicator is bullish, you can skip or snub the bearish 10 MACD combo provided you regard yourself as an experienced and a disciplined trader, and if the momentum power indicator is bullish. If your answers to those two conditions is RIS, then you can continue topping up or doing a test buy within the dominant range. Alright, but if not, if you're not yet an experienced trader, it's best for you to wait for the 10 MACD combo to become bullish. And once it becomes bullish, check if the momentum power indicator remains its bullish, maintains its bullish rating. If both are bullish, you have to what? Calculate your reward to risk ratio. We have a calculator for the reward to risk ratio. Go to our website, click resources, click tools, and there you go for those 4 calculators that I coded last weekend. Alright, so after PHEN, we proceed to PPG. It closed today at 9.46. Support is near 7.8. Resistance is over there at 10.8. The 10 MACD combo remains bearish even though the last price is already moving above the 10 SMA. It just so happens that the MACD is still moving below the signal line. Risk level is already high. Attention, this is not a newbie friendly stock anymore. The last price is higher than the VWAP and the dominant range is, well, let's see. Is it closer 9.44 to 9.5? Let's see. 9.44. Okay. 9.44. Okay, it's closer to the intraday high than the intraday low. Meaning to say the momentum power indicator is bullish even though the 10 MACD combo remains bearish. The true market sentiment is bullish. That's a good sign. Meaning to say the majority of the top 10 brokers are willing in unison to push the price even higher, hoping that that would translate into a bullish 10 MACD combo. So if you're not yet an experienced and a disciplined trader, if that's how you regard yourself for now, I suggest that you wait for the 10 MACD combo to become bullish. Probably that will happen once it breaks above 10.8. Okay, or maybe 10.8 or around 10 pesos, 10 peso per share. Let's wait. Let's recalculate when progress happens. But for now, it's not yet a completely bullish trend for PPG. Why? Again, because the 10 MACD combo is still bearish. Okay, so after PPG, we got PXP. It closed today at 12.2. Resistance is at 13.6. Support is near 10 peso per share. The 10 MACD combo is still bearish because MACD is still moving below the signal line, even though the last price is already hovering the 10 SMA right here. It's already above the green line, the 10 SMA. The last volume bar is green and it is higher than the 100% of PXP's 10-day volume average. Risk level is already moderate, 5 to 6 more points, and it will become a high-risk stock. When that happens, it will then become a non-newbie friendly stock for you. So the last price is higher than the VWAP, and the dominant range is, let's see, let's double check. The dominant range of 11.86 to 12.2. Yes, it's closer to the intraday high than the intraday low. Very similar with the previous stocks that I've talked about. The 10 SMACD combo is bearish, but the momentum power indicator is bullish. Let's take a look at the TMS. Unfortunately, it's a bearish through market sentiment. So it's more likely for this split decision to continue. What split decision? A bearish 10 SMACD and a bullish MPI. So let's see. Let's continue to reassess the situation as progress happens in the case of PXP. But if you have a position on PXP and if your trailing stop has not been hit yet, I suggest that you hold your position for now. Don't top up yet. And if you don't have a position in PXP and you still don't regard yourself as an experienced trader, it's better for you to wait for the 10 SMACD combo to become bullish. Based on my observation, that will only happen once the price breaks above 12 point, around maybe 12.4 to 12.5, or maybe up until 12.6. Okay? Anyhow, we have the private clients forum for you to ask for our latest analysis following our evergreen strategy. Next, AGI. It closed today at 10.6. Support is near 10.3. Resistance is at 11.7. The 10 SMACD combo is already bearish. The momentum power indicator is automatically bearish because we're already talking about the top 5 losers with the biggest total turnover value. It's a red candlestick, and that automatically disqualifies AGI to have a bullish momentum power indicator. You should already know that. Okay. With this towering red volume bar, it's more likely for the descent. It's more than likely for the descent in price to continue. Risk level is already moderate. The last price is lower than the VWAP, and what do we expect? The dominant range is closer to the intraday low than the intraday high. The true market sentiment is bearish. Yep, the downtrend is more than likely to continue. Avoid AGI for now. Next, SSI. It closed today at 2.42. So let's extend these lines of my Fibonacci so that we can see them clearly. There you go. Support is already near 2 peso per share. Resistance is at 2.45. It broke below the previous support at 2.45, making that line as its immediate resistance. The 10 SMACD combo is bearish, risk level is moderate, and the downtrend is more likely to continue as confirmed by the DMI and ADX chart. So it's a bearish momentum power indicator. The true market sentiment is bullish. Well, let's see. Let's see if if the majority of the top 10 brokers' bullishness can help tomorrow in terms of pushing the price higher back to where it came, back to where it left, maybe around above 3 peso per share. Let's see tomorrow. But for now, we don't have to second guess ourselves because we don't have to hurry. Avoid SSI for now. No buy signals yet. Okay? Don't touch it yet. Next, PNB. It closed today at 43.05. Support is already near 37.6. Resistance is near 43.3. Yes, it also broke below its previous support, which is now acting as its immediate resistance. The 10 SMACD combo is already bearish. Risk level is low, but the downtrend is poised to continue, unfortunately. Based on what? The DMI and the ADX score. And of course, with the bearish 10 SMACD and a bearish momentum power indicator. How about the true market sentiment? It's bullish. Well, let's see tomorrow if it will bounce back. above 43.3 tomorrow. Otherwise, this downtrend will just continue. Next, DMW. It closed today at 9.5. Support is near 9.3. No, not really 9.3, but somewhere here. 8.7. Resistance, we can regard this one as the resistance. 9.9 as a resistance, and the next resistance above 9.9 is near 11.5. So the 10 MACD combo is bearish and risk level is still low. Let's find out if the momentum power indicator, well, automatically it's already a bearish one because of the red last candlestick for DMW. The true market sentiment is bearish. In this case, the descent in price is still more than likely to continue for DMW. If you have a position in DMW and if your trailing stop has not been hit yet, it's best to reduce the percentage of risk applied in your trailing stop. We also have a trailing stop calculator on our website. If you don't have DMW, it's best for you to keep your buying power intact for now. Let's wait for confirmed buy signals before you attack this stock. Next, RCB. It closed today at 26.15. Support is near 25.5. Resistance is near 28 pesos per share. Risk level is still low. The 10 MACD combo and the momentum power indicator are both bearish. The descent in price is still more than likely to continue as confirmed by the DMI and ADX chart at the bottom right here. So the true market sentiment is also bearish. It's all the more that descent is more than likely to continue. So there you go for today's 10 stocks for short-term trading purposes. If you have follow-up questions, I encourage you to ask in our private clients forum. Review our quick start guide if you don't know yet how to post in the forum. It's already there in the quick start guide. Again, be evergreen. My name is JC De Guzman. Bye for now.